Okay, so today we're going to be doing a first impression and I'm going to be doing my winging it kind of eye look of the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. If you're not familiar with this, it's £36, obviously from Urban Decay. Features the Moon and it features the Moon Dust eyeshadows that they've had out in singles for quite some time. So this is a palette just full of the Moon Dust eyeshadows. Open her up, which is, by the way, this, I only just got her out of the box a minute ago. I've had this palette for a while, since my birthday, and this is like the first time I've actually opened her up. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. You know me, I'm not really like always that into like the packaging, because I just think, well, it's about what's inside the packaging at the end of the day. However, Urban Decay are probably my favourite brand for packaging. I just love their kind of glam packaging, but with an edge, you know, because I'm quite an edgy girl. Like, I'm not. I like to think I'm an edgy girl, but probably not that edgy. So yeah, so this is the packaging, and it feels like, you know, kind of a little bit like rough and textured. And then inside you have the eyeshadows. Now this is the first time I've actually opened the palette. I've seen lots of pictures online, and I have watched a couple of YouTube kind of tutorials as well, just to try and give me a bit of inspiration, so that I'm not kind of faffing around too much. Actually, looking at these eyeshadows now in person, they look a million times prettier than they looked in any of the pictures that I'd actually seen of them. They just seem to have more of like, I don't know, I'm able to see like the multifacetedness of them, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not just kind of one shade really. Like, for example, this purple one down here, it kind of comes off as looking like a cool tone purple, but looking at it from this angle, I can see kind of blue, like little blue glitters in it. And the same with this one, it looks pink there, but when I'm looking at it like this from this angle, it looks gold. So I mean, that's really, really interesting. Yeah, and that's something that I definitely didn't kind of pick up just from looking at the pictures online. Shades look different, can you see? In like different lights, you can really see the pink there, and then if I turn it up, you can see the gold. I'm just going to get straight to the swatches so that we can actually see what they look like going on, and then I'm going to put them on my eyes. Okay, so I've got the swatching arm all ready. I'm going to begin with the pink and the silvery kind of shade. This is like the first time, very excited. Okay, so I mean, they feel very glittery. Can you see there? I mean, why am I surprised that they feel very glittery? I mean, really, I mean, come on. Oh, they're super smooth though. Like, I was expecting it to be a little bit like, you know, like rough and grainy, but that feels super, super smooth. It just felt like, I don't know, just like, I don't want to say butter because I feel like everyone says butter. It felt like, I don't want to say mayonnaise. Mayonnaise came to mind. I don't want to say mayonnaise, but it just feels like super, super soft, as if it's got no glittering whatsoever. And looking at it on my hand there, it's showing up to have almost like pink and then slight goldy kind of glitters. So I will next go in with Granite. Sorry, that one was Spectre. Next one is Granite. Oh my gosh, look at that. I think today for my eye look as well, I'm going to go for like quite a dark eye look. You'll notice I already did do my kind of transition matte shades, because I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel like these kind of glittery shadows are not transition shadows. These are like eyelid, like the, you know, like the main like star of the show kind of shadows. So I was not in any way like sure of how to use these, like purely these shadows on my eye. And I do think this is a palette that you are going to have to like pair with another palette, just so that, you know, you can have another palette for your kind of transition shades. It's going to be like the main star of the show palette, you know, the lid shade. But this one, let's see how it swatches. Oh wow, like these feel kind of like nothing going on. You know, sometimes with an eyeshadow, when you're kind of swatching it, it can feel a bit powdery or a bit like, you know, you can just feel it going on. With these, they feel kind of invisible going on, and I love that. Looks a tiny bit patchy, like when I'm looking at it here, but I can kind of forgive it because it is a glittery shade. It's not your kind of, you know, standard eyeshadow. We're going to go in with, what's this one called? Ithium and Element. I like how they're all named after, I don't know, you know what I mean though, science stuff, science things. They're named after science things. This is the one that, it actually looks kind of like a taupey colour there, and then, I don't know, it's a shapeshifter. It's shifting shapes. So I'm going to go in with the Ithium next. Oh, that looks absolutely gorgeous there. Let's give it a little swatcheroo. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed with these. Like, I don't know why, but I thought they were going to be kind of like a bit rough, you know, going on, but they're not rough whatsoever. Next, we're going in with the goldy shade, you know, the gold shade that looks kind of pink as well. So what colour is it going to swatch? We just don't know. Sit on my finger. It looks beautiful. And even on my finger, I don't know if you can see, like it looks pink in some lights and then like gold in other lights. Oh my gosh, look at that. Like, again, they're a little bit patchy, but we can forgive it because of the type of shadows they are. That one is beautiful, and there are a lot of kind of visible glitters, by the way, in these eyeshadows. Okay, so next we're going to go in with Vega, which again, it looks, I mean, they're just shapeshifters. It looks purple in some lights. Oh my gosh, and then look at that kind of turquoisey colour it looks in other lights. So we're going to go in with Vega and Magnetic, this one down here. Do you know what? I'm so much more impressed with this so far than I thought I would be. Look at it. My God, that just looks so beautiful. Look at that. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm loving these. And a lot of people were saying that they have a lot of like kickback and fallout, and I can see that they do. Like, if you kind of look in the pan, can you kind of see like there is kind of a lot of like powder stuff going on, but there was also a lot of powder in the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette as well, and in the ABH Modern Renaissance palette too. So I mean, really. And these have glitter in them. Right, I forgot, where am I up to? Okay, next we're going in with Magnetic. Did I go in with no, yeah, next we're going in with Magnetic. It looks purple in some lights, and then in other lights it kind of looks like a pinky shade. Okay, so there she is on my finger, looking quite purple with almost like little blue glitters. Okay. Oh, yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, that was really an embarrassing reaction then. Look at that. Look at that. Well, just steal my shoes and call me Sandy, because I'm really enjoying these. This palette was actually given to me for my birthday from my dad's wife. And if you watch my Snapchat, you'll know that I was a little bit unsure as to whether to keep it or swap it for the electric palette. I've been lusting after the electric palette for so long, and this definitely would not have been a palette that I would have picked up off my own kind of back. I don't know why, I just wasn't particularly kind of interested in it. But like literally this, it looks so much prettier in person than it looks like in any pictures. I mean, so far I am really impressed with it. Anyway, we've got the last two shades to swatch, so we're going to go in with this one is Galaxy, and then we've got Light Year down below. Again, they're kind of shape shifting away. It's weird because I look at them here and I'm like, oh yeah, blue and green, but then I hold them up and they look like different colors, so I'm like, which one? It's very confusing from a swatching perspective. Okay, so we're going to go in with Galaxy first, which looks purple to me right now, but it looks green. It looks purple, but it looks green. Like, I'm looking at it in the pan, purple and then green. I don't know. She just doesn't know. Okay. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. That one's maybe my favorite one thus far. Oh my gosh. I'm just having a moment here. She doesn't want to seem too extra. I'm sorry. I'm trying to rein it in. But these are really beautiful. Okay, so this one's Light Year. It's looking like it's like a dark green at the moment, looking at it in the pan. Is that not the most beautiful emerald green you've ever witnessed in your life? Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Oh, holy moly. Holy moly, holy of all holy molies. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh gosh, look at them all there. Oh, are these not the finest swatches that you've ever witnessed? I mean, that one you can't really see it that well, but... And my two favourites are definitely these two here at the end. They look beautiful. Like, I was thinking of doing like a dark smoky look, but I think, oh my God, I really want to get this green on my eye. But then I really want to get this one on my eye. And this one, I want to get this. I just want to get them all on my eye. So anyway, there are the swatches. And next we're going to cut to the eye look. And we're going to see what can Anwen produce. And also, I'm going to get my Fix Plus out. Fix Plus is like coffee for eyeshadows. So I'm going to mix these together and see. Should we do a little test? Let's do a test. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I'm going to spray a little bit on my finger, which probably is not the best way to do it, right? So I've sprayed a little bit of Fix Plus on my finger, and I'm going to go back in with that last one that we just went in. Okay, let's see. Does it make a huge difference with Fix Plus? Oh, holy molies. Holy, 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 holies. Holy cornholios. Corny holios. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference, does it? It's still like just as gorgeous, but maybe a little bit more gorgeous. I don't know. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to do my little eye look now, and we shall see what can Anwen create. We just don't know. Okay. Oh my gosh, and guys, look, I can't believe I completely forgot to wear my new crown. Like, we went to Toys R Us to treat the boys to like a present, and then I spotted this, and I thought, well, do you know what? I deserve a present too. Why not? And this is what I treated myself to. Isn't she just beautiful? So I feel like this is the moment to premiere my crown. I mean, if there's ever a moment to premiere a crown, this is it. So we're just going to begin. We are just going to begin. I'm not going to go straight in with the Fix Plus because let's just see how these shadows work without the Fix Plus. Also, I feel like my finger's going to be my best friend here to apply the eyeshadows just because of the nature of the glitteriness. And also, I do like to apply shimmery shadows for the lid just with my fingers because I think your fingers are like the best tool a girl can have. Didn't mean that to sound in any way naughty, because that's definitely not, I didn't mean it like that. And now I'm just digging a hole for myself. She's digging. She's gonna stop digging. Right, okay. She doesn't know what to do. She's in a big tiss. She could be in the biggest tiss she's ever been in right now. I don't know which shade to go for. Which one? Okay, Anwen, just calm down, girl. Calm the hell down. Okay, I'm gonna just go in. Let's just go in with Spectre just to test the waters, because this one, I mean, she's subtle, but she's beautiful. I'm just going to go in with Spectre. And I know I should probably, like, not have put my foundation on at this point. I'm going to end up with glitter all over my face. But that's fine, you know. Let me live. Let me live. I may like having glitter all over my face. I don't. But we're going to pretend that, you know, I meant it to happen. That's fine. I'll just be going around Tesco. I mean, Tesco are used to seeing me wandering around with crazy highlight and just craziness. I'm going with this kind of lithium-y shade. Why not just bang it on? Now, I did read that a lot of people were saying that the eyes, oh, I like that. I'm liking that. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that because there's quite a bit of fallout with the shadows, they do find that they can kind of irritate the eyes a little bit. So I feel like potentially if you have more kind of sensitive eyes, this could not necessarily be the best palette for you. Or you could use like a glitter glue someone suggested with it, and I thought that makes sense. That's a great idea. Then they'd be more kind of prone to stay on the eyelid as opposed to venturing down into the eyeball kind of area. Okay, so I'm getting loads of fallout. I'm going to have to put a little bit of, I think, powder under my eye. Wait, one sec. Okay, so I just put a load of like the NARS translucent crystal powder under my eyes. I mean, it doesn't look like I've got it there, but I really put a lot on. Believe me, I did. Apply granite just to this outer kind of situation. Yeah, there's a lot. Look, can you see? There is a lot of fallout. I would definitely recommend doing your foundation like after your eyes if you're going to be using this palette, just because there's a lot of fallout. And I'm going to actually spray the brush. Woo! Woohoo! Okay, This is the moment. Are you ready for this? Oh yeah. I do spray a little bit of like Fix Plus, or I think you could use like any kind of setting kind of spray. It really does like help with the eyeshadow kind of just sticking to the eyelid, so I don't think you are going to encounter as much fallout that way. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. It's actually blending really, really nicely too. Can you see there? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at it. Okay, I actually don't have any idea what I'm doing here in terms of a look. Oh, okay. I'm going to bring this under the eye a little bit too, just to kind of mesh in with all the glitter that's under there at the moment. I mean, it looks dark, but it has got hints of like green, emeraldy green to it. I feel like the little glitters that are amongst these shadows are kind of, they're the things that are shape-shifting the shadows, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, so next I'm going to go in with, I just don't know. I'm going to go in back in with the lithium again. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of the Fix Plus and then back into lithium. Okay. Oh, wow. Can you see this? This has definitely got like a undercurrent of green to it. I made a new rule with myself, which was that I'm only going to buy eyeshadow palettes that are completely different to all my other eyeshadow palettes, because I have so many kind of nudie, natural looking eyeshadows, you know, with the dusky pink, with the 2 shades of brown, like nudie brown, it's slightly less nudie brown, you know, with the black. Everyone's got like millions of these eyeshadow palettes, and so now on I'm just only buying like eyeshadow palettes that are different and that are going to encourage me to get outside of my comfort zone. And this one definitely is unlike any other palette that I've got in my collection. Can you see? Oh, look at this. Holler down, just holler down and say, I love it. She loves it. Right, so I'm just going to go a little bit above, like a little bit. I learnt this from Casey Holmes, because she's got kind of hooded eyes. She goes like just above where you would naturally want to, you know, apply your kind of lid shadow. So she'll kind of venture into the, you know, above the creasy kind of area. And she said that, you know, that really makes the eye look a bit less hooded. So that's kind of the technique that I'm trying to do today. Oh, yes. By the way, I don't want to make this video like a million years long, so I'm not going to do like a, you know, a very extreme look. Oh my gosh, like literally, I just had the most stressful half an hour of my life. Like, I am exaggerating a bit, but it was so stressful because technology was not working. And believe me, I know that I am generally very chilled out and laid back and relaxed, but the one thing that really never fails to grind my gears is when technology will not work, when it just says no and then it just looks at you with those technology eyes, and it's looking at you in the face saying like that, saying, work, I'm going to throw you out to the window in a minute, and it's just there like this. Anyway, whatever, beside that, that's just not even important right now, because look, I hope you don't mind, but I finished the look. I'm getting so frustrated with technology, and I didn't want this video to be so long. I will more than happily recreate the look again, or if you want me to mess around with these shadows and wing it and try and create some kind of look for you, I would happily do that. Huge fan of this palette, like really. I just kind of finished off just building up mainly these 2 shades here, and I also put a little bit of the green shade just on my lower lash line. I put some black eyeliner on, I put my mascara on, and I was ready to just rock and roll at that point. And I feel like I wish I was going out to Rock World, which was the club I used to always frequent in my younger days, because I'm loving this. This isn't really like a Tesco on a Saturday afternoon kind of look, but who cares? I say no to whoever says this isn't a Tesco Saturday afternoon kind of look. So I would definitely recommend this palette. It has exceeded all of my expectations. I'm so happy that I kept it. It's unlike anything I've got in my collection. Just a couple of points to mention. This is the kind of palette that isn't going to kind of work on its own. You are going to have to mix other palettes or palette with it just so that you've got your kind of matte transition shades. If you're a fan of these kind of shimmery, glittery eyeshadows, I would 100% say this is a great palette to go for. I found the shadows exceedingly easy to use. They glided on. I would recommend Fix Plus or a similar type of glycerin based spray because I do think that not only does this kind of amp up and intensify the glitteriness and the overall kind of sheeniness of these shadows, I think that this does help kind of secure the shadows onto your eyelids so that you're not going to have them kind of, you know, journeying all over your face. This palette looks far better in person. If you're interested in it, go down to your nearest Urban Decay counter, have a little bit of a swatch fest, and you'll see what I mean. It definitely is much more impressive like in person. Also, I think that with this palette for like when you're doing your lid work, I mean, how professional do I sound right now? Lid work. You definitely will kind of benefit from this type of, you know, like flat top, like paddly kind of brush. And then you can use like a typical blending brush to do like the outer edges. But this kind of brush is going to be your best friend with this kind of palette because you can really kind of pack on the shadow with this kind of brush. I didn't really experience as much fallout as I was expecting based on a lot of the other reviews that I'd kind of seen of this palette. I didn't really have an issue. It wasn't a problem to me. And I don't know if that was because I largely used the Fix Plus and that kind of worked as a bit of an adhesive. But I definitely didn't experience a lot of fallout. I did put powder under my eyes. But look, can you see much going on there? I am a huge fan of this palette. I'm so impressed with it. Look at it. Look at it. I mean, it's not necessarily like an everyday kind of palette. I don't think you're going to be reaching for this for the office or for taking the kids to nursery or university or college or school. I don't think it's going to be like one of those kind of everyday palettes. But I just think to have this in your arsenal and to play around with this, if you're just like really into just playing around with makeup, which let's face it, aren't we all? I mean, really? So I definitely 100% recommend the Moondust palette. I absolutely love it. Love it. Love it, love it. La 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 la. Love it. Love it. She loves it. I also love my crown as well. I mean, like before, I thought, Anwen, you should really take off the crown now because its purpose was meant to be just kind of keeping the hair away from my face. But I just feel like this is, it just feels like it's meant to be. Like, do you dare me to go to Tesco with the crown and the super kind of glamorous glittery eyeshadow? I don't know. She probably isn't brave enough, but I just wish I were the kind of person that was brave enough to do that, you know? Anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope that you've enjoyed this first impression and like review. I love this palette. I think you can clearly see that, and for £36 I think actually it's a really good one to go for. Look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you've tried this, let me know what do you think in the comments below, and I'll be back soon with more. By the way, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat. You don't have to. I'm just like, I never like to ask, like I don't like to ask you to subscribe or like or anything like that, because I just feel like if you want to subscribe, if you want to like, you're gonna do it anyway. So I don't like to ask. I don't like to ask that. However, I forgot my point now because I was going on so much. Oh yes, if you want to follow me on Snapchat, go ahead and do it, because I do try and do like lots of like little snippets of swatches and stuff on there, little mini reviews, and if I'm doing like a first impression on a foundation, I'll kind of keep you updated. So it's up to you. Don't feel like you have to. Just whatever you want to do. I'm going to go now anyway. Ella, done. I can't speak. She can't speak. Okay, she's going to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Look, in typical melted matte style, look, the line of demarcation, I've only had it on for maybe an hour, if that. Look, like I love this lip colour. It's Child Star by Too Faced, by the way, the melted matte, but it just, demarcation central. I mean, really. How rude. How rude. I'm going now. Bye.